White belts, we're going to study Kihon Kata. That's first kata. Kihon means basic. So it's the basic kata. And when we say basic, we can do it in a very, very advanced way and a highly sophisticated. That means attention to every little detail, drilling right down into the tiny little things that I mentioned to you when we're in the dojo together. So it only has one block. So great news as beginners, one block, get and barai. So the key thing is, if we can do that well, it repeats itself in the kata. So if we can do that well once, we can do it well every time we do it, whether it's in Kihon Kata and all the times it appears there, or whether we do it in one of the advanced katas when we're brown belts and black belts, okay? Which you will be one day. If you keep training, you will be. I started when I was 14. I loved it, and it's still engaging me, still enthusing me, which is great for you. Okay, so look, that's your downwards block. You know that. A couple of points then. Your palm is towards your neck. It's not flat, it's towards your neck. And also, that's not in front of your face. And don't start it here. Get it right up there. As I say in the dojo sometimes, don't be half a move Harry. Be right up there. Be right up there. Okay, so look, what I want you to do is start the kata well. So present the kata well. And that's the same. So that's an important principle now for us as white belts, but it's exactly the same for me as a black belt. It's always the same, it never changes. The way we do things, our attitude never changes. It's always about being determined and knowing that we can get better and knowing that we have to keep trying to get better. Because the moment we stop trying to get better, we don't stay where we are, we go backwards. So that's the wonderful thing to motivate you. If you don't keep trying, you don't just stay where you are and maintain the level you're at, you go backwards. It's a bit like our fitness, we have to keep working at it every day. So anyway, the other move is our straight punch, and it's done with a step, but the rules are the same. The rules are entirely the same. Full and complete, timed well, and also middle of the body. So now all we've got to do is remember the sequence, okay? When I say that's all we've got to do, of course, once we've remembered the sequence, that's actually the starting point. That's when we think, right, now let's use a long word, refine it. And all that means is, let's get better bit by bit. Okay, white belts, from the top, let's present well. Left foot, right foot, bow. Announce the name of your kata. Kihon. Left foot, right foot, we're ready to go. Quick note about being ready to go. It's not just the position you're in. It's more importantly where you are up here. So be focused. Okay, first move, downwards block. Make sure this is pulled well back, not there. There, this is low, near your front knee. And then look, I'm moving so you can see me. Don't you do any shuffling between the moves. Do each moves a bit like a building blocks. Lego. That's a building block, that's a building block. And they join together, but there's a separation, even though it's minute, tiny. So no movement on the front foot, you then do your stepping punch. Keep looking straight, don't look down. And then you step across and do a full block. Now I'm moving again so you can see me, and then it's your stepping punch. Those 4 moves, we do that 3 times. So if you know those first 4 moves, you can virtually do the whole kata. Fantastic news. So from this position, we go up the center, again with a full and complete block. Front stance, feet positioned well, not one out there, one forwards and one that way. Imagine what would happen if you try to move like that. Stepping punch again, 3 of them. I'll do the first one, but you're going to do 2 more. So look, that's the first one. You do another one, and then a third one. And they're identical, punching in the center. Except on this third one, shout, raise the roof, shout loud. Ferocious shout, not a little squeak or a silent shout. There's no set, you can't mime this. Really go for it, really go for it. Now this is a key move in the kata. You've got to remember that you're turning on your front foot and your back leg is going over to the side. Feel as though you're turning to the back, just as I am doing. And as you're doing that, you're preparing to do your downward block. So you end up in a left stance, facing this way. So you're in left downwards block. No movement on the front foot. You're going to step in and punch. I've done a little adjustment to stay with you. And this is the second time we're doing those first 4 moves. Do you remember we started with them? We're doing them again, so we've got to do that long step through. Look, I've just adjusted so you can see me. And then what's next? Yes, stepping punch. We've got another repeat. Going back, downwards block. 3 punches. I'm doing adjustments. And your third one, hey presto, loud shout again. Final 4 moves. Fantastic news. It's the same as the first 4. Remember how we turn with this one? Pivot on your front foot, come around, block with your left. Step and punch. Keep looking straight, don't look down. And through with that manoeuvre we're now good at. And step and punch. And now push into the ground. Get yourself all the way back in one go to make the natural stance again. Feet together, bow. And that's the end of your kata.